welcome to the final matchup of the night here in the Intel Esports Arena 4 Pro League Season 7. My name is Hugo again. With me is Snods. We've got Space Soldiers LDLC. We've got one team looking underwhelming, one team looking incredible. This is going to be a hard match.
Yeah, I mean, for LDLC going into this one as well, not only is it, you're the underdogs in the story. I mean, 2-3 months ago, we could say, okay, Space Soldiers, LDLC, this could be a pretty good matchup. Yeah. Maybe there's a chance for LDLC. First off, you're coming into Cobblestone. I mean, Space Soldiers are up there, top 3 in the world potentially on Cobblestone. You do not want to be facing this map, especially online as well, where aim is heightened when players are more confident. You're going to be going up against Antares towards drop and Calyx coming off platform and stuff. This feels like another 16-5 for me. I mean, they 16-1 Heroic on this exact map just moments ago, or hours ago. I mean, coming up against now LDLC, a team that aren't known for their Cobble play, whereas Heroic probably a little bit more accustomed to that map. It's even more scary, right? We saw LDLC 2 rounds versus AGO and Cash, 5 rounds, both maps versus Astralis. They showed reminiscent a bit of life on an overpass versus AGO again, but it was still a 12-3 half, and it was exactly. Just like pistol and pulling back a few rounds. But odds here, yeah, I'd say that's about right. Yeah, just across the board, LDLC are going to have to perform very well. And I hope they do. This is the thing as well, right?
Of course.
They've had a whole night to go back to the drawing board, rethink and reconfigure your CT size, your T size, think as well. And you know you're going to get Cobblestone in the veto. We know that LDLC liked Cobblestone prior back of the existence, so now with Devil on the cooling and being aided by Maniac and Alex, starting the terrorist side is going to be a very tough decision here, but they could have been watching earlier. This is why we see Cobble, but who knows? Let's see if they can expect anything that was shown earlier. Obviously, we saw, I believe it was Paz playing close towards Alon Cobby. Maybe they're expecting that exact same play coming through mid.
Logan's first in, he's also first down. Paz kicks off with a shot from long, and he just falls back to the site. So Space Soldiers with a fair enough defense towards this A side of the map. There's going to be plenty of players here, especially with Xantares rotating in as a third man on the defense. Maniac spotted in middle, but Xantares is hoping for that lucky shot.
Yeah, I mean, 5 versus 4 already. LDLC, you can see like deers and headlights as they've been halted in front of the gaze of Paz. They're waiting for the CT re-aggression to gain some information, but actually LDLC holding here, unable to find any footing, really. They're hoping that someone rotates into their crosshairs, potentially gets too overzealous for Space Soldiers, but you can see already all it means is Mage can get close. Oh,
and they don't expect it because he wasn't here earlier as well. Luckily enough for them, Devil will kick the shot off first, and Alex will also follow up. So despite having no utility here, LDLC get their way into the site, but can they get much further? Engine tagged down low, but he's still getting damage off. Twanu on 1 HP with the bomb, so an important kill to keep intact as he can now get the plant down. With Xantares taking down Alex, things now start to look a lot more difficult for LDLC. Devil can't get out of there. Twanu traded at least onto Xantares, but he's in a 1v3 with 1 HP. It's just not going to happen. Calyx in with a headshot. And I was going to say, especially before this pistol, I feel like with LDLC starting on the T side, this is the best opportunity they have for the win.
Oh, they need the pistol, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, but that start is definitely not what they hope for. I mean, when you're going for an A player with no utility, that's always a hard one to win.
I guess the thought process there from LDLC is expecting the same setup from Space Soldiers versus the likes, as we saw earlier from Heroic, where you had Paz up close and one player playing towards Connector. Instead, Paz playing towards the top of Matrix, catching Logan off guard, finds the first frag, and you saw as soon as Paz wasn't towards the cubby, LDLC froze. They thought, oh my god, this wasn't what we saw earlier. When we looked into the Pro League stream, we saw Paz playing off angle towards middle, but they didn't expect actually the switch up coming from Space Soldiers. So LDLC going for the Falika, the bomb was planted, so they can save this one.
Yeah.
P250's onto Alex and Devil, and Twanu as well, as they did find frags, so they can afford the extra 300 cash. But apart from that, sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, I mean, going to be AKs in the next round, so there should be a round for Space Soldiers to farm with the cash with their SMGs. 4 of them as well, wow.
One thing I would say about LDLC is in all the games we've watched, it's very easy, especially when you're getting stomped, to tilt and force buy and repeatedly go for silly buys. LDLC, in the matches we've seen so far, so we've seen 4 maps in the last day, they've not seemed to do that at all. So the one good thing actually to take away from this team is their buys have all been fine, from my view at least. No kind of crazy force buys, no second round forces when you're coming in as the underdog. Stuff like this is just safer for LDLC. Of course, they're not getting much done with the rifles, but they've at least been getting the rifles rather than forcing up on these kind of rounds. So it's nice to see LDLC playing reserve, but I mean, coming into the second round, this is going to be a meltdown for Space Soldiers.
Yeah, and right now these M4s can melt through the health of LDLC. No Kevlar, no firepower as well to rebuttal with. Instead, it will be aggression now coming back towards the B-bomb. So Mage with the MP7 could rack up a lot of cash, but instead it's going to be Calyx.
Yeah, he opens up with one. Trade from Twanu, but with Alex making noise, Mage is going to be ready for this one. He has the MP7. Diving to Pizza. If he gets that kill, it's fine, but if he died to that player in drop, that could have been a scary situation. Luckily, Xantares is alive, so we don't need to get too worried. 2 frags from him. 5-1 up already on his scoreboard, but Space Soldiers have 2 in a row. So LDLC now going for the buy. 8Ks across the board, no AWP from Twanu. Still SMGs in play for Space Soldiers. This kind of game, I'm not surprised at all.
2-0 then. LDLC coming to the first bar and going to have smoke flashbang. 1 Molotov onto Twanu. And 5 AKs to work with as well. So, fast play towards A long coming out from the likes of LDLC. The P comes out from middle. I believe it was from Paz at the M4, trying to take the long-range duel towards the cross of A long. And actually, this is a great play from Space Soldiers to rekindle themselves back towards the A long position. They can get into a good crossfire here, potentially. This should definitely catch LDLC off guard.
Flashes over the top. Engine's fallen back passive. The UMP for this kind of range is exactly the gun he needs to just burst through the armor of LDLC. If he peeks out wide here, he'll spot the bomb with Twanu. Now that's a big deal as well, because Space Soldiers can afford to find a fourth rotation potentially towards the site. There's no real need with 3 men already on A, but now LDLC interested by this call, because the thing is, they put 3 towards B, but right now the bomb's still up A long. So as far as I'm aware, this isn't a B commitment, but I question the triple man B setup. We'll see.
Might be a drop take to go back down, drop and split towards the A site.
Just presence, I think.
Has to be the only real thought process here. Maniac close in towards mid, the bomb as well onto Twanu towards A long. You still have 2 players close drop.
Well, they're coming out of drop, running through the connector. Space Soldiers at least give them the satisfaction, but Logan, he'll find first blood. Finally, a minute and a half into the round, we're actually seeing action. Devil's going to wrap in through the connector, and this is big as well, but Calyx Engine, they both find kills. What just happened? What? LDLC in a 4v3 and everyone dies in the course of 1 second?
That's a nightmare for the observer as well. Imagine that 4 frags. Oh, yeah, sorry, Matt, but there's not really too much you can do there. Each player finding a frag all at once. Who do you really see? My goodness. 4 frags instantaneously from Space Soldiers. You saw Engine as well. Such a smart play to hide in towards A long. He lines up 2 players, finds 2 frags. Calyx towards drop, Major towards connector as well, find a frag apiece. So they deny the A split from LDLC, but at least it was something positive. It was a close round at that. Up until the massacre.
I mean, I can't critique it because I didn't see it, because every kill happened at once. You can only catch 1 kill at a time in that situation. But still, this round, again, should be a 4-0 at this point. LDLC just Glocks, so just Eagles and P250s, and already Major on 2. LDLC just getting kind of mowed down, it seems.
As you said, another round as well for Space Soldiers to have a clean and efficient anti-eco. Even though they lack the SMGs here, Hugo, it's all about having 4 or 5 players staying alive. You might get, extra reward for getting frags to the SMG, but in terms of your economy, having actually players staying alive is definitely more valuable. The cost of rebuying up, the cost of utility as well. But nevertheless, it will be 5 players alive, so the money is going to be booming. That is $6,000-ish across the board for Space Soldiers aggregately, which means they can buy up for another round. LDLC are going to have to chain rounds together if they want a chance of breaking and shattering the CT money.
No orbs in play just yet this entire game. We're 5 rounds in. Been a bit of a rarity. On a map like Cobblestone, you wouldn't be surprised to see an orb, or even in some case a double AWP setup picked up, because you can just put that solo A player in the door and just have a man sitting on the statue or sitting towards chicken coop on B. Aggressive or up towards plateau. Lots of options here on the CT side of Cobblestone. Now what's this?
Is it a nade setup? Or a double?
Nade setup. Anyone towards B main's going to get dunked, but luckily for LDLC, they haven't got control there just yet. So Space Soldiers face the nades. Engine takes down Maniac in middle and retreats through the smoke as well, so already off to a man advantage. Devil forced out by the Molotov in the drop down.
Ooh, actually using both Molotovs there. We might see LDC come back in towards drop.
Logan's got no armor with his AK.
Oh, he doesn't.
Does he have money?
Does he have money?
Yeah.
Can we see?
Yeah, he has money.
$1,100. Did he find a frag?
No, no kills.
You can see the pressure. We saw it on Inferno when he was getting team frags.
Yeah.
I mean, send him in first. Use him as a trade vessel to try and get a trade frag.
That's if he even knows.
I mean, just like a gymnast. I mean, just prancing around, drop, finds that frag onto Maniac, and there you have it. It's all going to fall in favor of, maybe not Space Soldiers. Let's see.
A shot from Alex. He follows up, just jumping and leaping like a bunny on the site. It's going to be a 3-3. 30 seconds left, but the bomb can go down. Not if Calix has anything to say about it. Tries to run, but Alex, he's going to stop him dead in his tracks. Engine still rapping, but he gave away his position with a blind shot. Alex is going to follow up with a 4th kill. Surely he doesn't get the ace here. Paz, 1, not going to get more. Tuanu saves the day, but I think that round was on Alex.
Yeah, I mean, Alex is a player as well. Very confident, very self-assertive. You can see when things are starting to crumble now, Alex has taken everything in his own stride. He feels as if, you know, I have to make the plays, I have to make the action and the magic happen. Without me, there is no success. And he's not wrong, really, when you think about this. If he doesn't find those frags, I mean, it's a 5 versus 3. Alex turned it into a 4 versus 3, then a 3 versus 3, then a 3 versus 2. In front of those 3 entry frags in towards the B bomb site. We know that on LDLC right now, you could argue Alex being the most touted and best player, essentially, but how much impact can he have as a lurker? Maybe we see more of Alex in the Wolf pack, in the main group on their T-sides now to have the biggest impact for LDLC, because they need someone to step up and be the star player.
LDLC trying to get a bit of pack control, but you can see how eager Space Soldiers are to bounce up in the flash through major peaks with Zantares, but there's no control there for LDLC. However, they do have a drop down. Calix has actually given control away. Engine's let them push through mid, but he's already found a frag from this position through the top of the smoke, so this isn't unknown to him. Calix will even take down Alex in the drop downs. There's still one more player there, that's Devil. Not committed just yet. Calix just holds the outsider connector while Team LDLC attempt to walk up mid. And look at this, actually, they've got a lot of ground. Tuanu's found himself all the way towards the top of the ramp. Really good position, but Engine's still up on log, and that's what Logan doesn't expect. Devil does catch a kill on the connector, and that's probably the most impactful of the round so far for LDLC, because it allows them to split up through the connector to A if Space Soldiers weren't killing them all.
1 versus 4 then. 30 seconds left here for Maniac. Flashbang. No smoke to try and shroud the bomb plant and get the bomb planted, get some extra cash into the bank accounts of the players in LDLC. Unfortunately, it seems like this will go in favor of Space Soldiers. Like a headless chicken, lost kid in Tesco.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
I thought he played him.
This is winnable. Not if you pull your P250 out, mate. But anyway, 5-1. 4 an advantage for Space Soldiers. A weak buy coming up from LDLC is now they've been reset. And this is really going to amount to a big lead here for Space Soldiers. I mean, you force it. Pause, maybe. This might be a pause. No?
No, just for Lico.
They're
running the existence strat without
I was about to say, this is what you just sit and go
AFK and spawn and wait for you. You don't waste your pause.
Let me hear your best French impression, right? What are they saying right now?
No.
I do not know.
It's not going to happen. Je ne parle français.
Je ne parle français. What do we do? I do not know. Ah, Zantares. I mean, what else would you say?
Je parle un peu français.
Here we go, sure enough.
That says I speak a bit of French.
We'll go on show.
I don't, that's all I say though. That's all I know. I can't even speak English apparently. Jesus Christ. I don't speak French, nuts. No, we're not all as linguistic as you.
You said I was linguistic.
I don't know, I've heard your French accent. It's pretty good.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate that. Anyway, shotguns.
No, Calix.
Finding a lot of money. No. Oh, even the last frag actually going in favor of Zantares, but there you have it. Calix, Zantares, the duo drop even on the CT side as well, it seems, not just on the T side. 6-1 now. Everything going in favor of Space Soldiers. LDLC. Oh my god, this was risky. Obviously before, you would think, okay, you go for the force buy, you lose that, you eco this one, you buy in the next round, right?
Yeah.
Instead, they ecoed the last round and now they bought this one.
I've been praising LDLC for their buys and then this comes in. Well, a bit hot under the collar here, but they may catch Space Soldiers off guard. They're still rocking the big boy shotgun on Calix. The AWP and Paz as well, that's solo towards A, so long rotation from him is required. Engine as well, he's actually committed deep in the site, so Space Soldiers essentially 3 players here. That's a good net, I like that lineup. I've not seen that before actually.
Well, spam through the smoke as well, B-plat control. Potentially going to be coming up from Space Soldiers. Calix with a shotgun, my goodness.
Oh no, the nade! He hears the footsteps, why would you pull out a nade? They're so dangerous, and he pays the price. Major Molotov down, watching him backline, but they're surrounding him from all angles, including Devil, spicing up the round with a nice shot to Zantares' back. 2 players left up for Space Soldiers. The execute for LDLC worked out wonderfully.
Save coming in now for Space Soldiers. The timing there towards drop. He heard the steps. He's trying to pull out a Molotov and peek over the Molotov, I guess.
Without that, maybe they find the round because he can get 2 kills with that shotgun, surely. Like, I honestly think he gets 2 kills if he has the gun out there.
Yeah.
It's so, that guy is nuts. Even versus armored players, it's just like, it's hard to get yourself in a position.
In drop, yeah. He's got to like headshot them, and obviously it's an auto shotgun, so.
Just spray and pray.
Well, 6-2. The biggest thing here for LDLC is not only claiming the second round, but they claim the second round with 5 players staying alive, which means going forward, if they lose the next one, it won't be the same implications of having the money reset, unable to buy up into the next round, where you really dig yourself a deeper hole as to the deficit you get yourself into. Instead, though, going into round number 9, now it will be 5 players surviving. You can see as well, they're going to have $3,000-ish going into the next round. Anyway, if they lose this one, so there is the safety net, an insurance policy there, just in case Space Soldiers bring this one back and reset the round loss bonus. There will be cash to play with for LDLC.
Yeah, that is the benefit of these UMPs and of buying up a bit early as well.
And having 5 players staying alive.
Yeah, of course. Paz into middle with the AWP though. Going to try and look for a bit of a pick, but LDLC aren't exposing themselves too much. They're just jump crossing, making sure they stay safe, relatively safe, sorry. Alex holding the push onto a plateau, and Antara is almost feeding him this kill. Does he overexpose? Now he knows. Alex there. Oh, you don't want to take that fight if you're Alex. Once Antara knows your position, you will renegotiate this fight back towards the top of the plateau. Jin up on long as well, just bursting out some utility. Good nade. Tags down to Anu quite low as well. Devil even gets some form of impact from it. It's going to be Alex walking out of the smoke on B, catches Xantaros off guard. Major's not going to be there to respond, but it doesn't matter because Alex has run back with that pick. That's the thing. The bomb's already up on A for LDLC, so they don't really need to commit towards B. That's just going to surely force a rotate off of A towards B and allow LDLC to hit this A site. No. Disregard all of that. They wrap back. It's not.
And it might be a good call as well here. Yeah. Major alone towards the B bomb site. He was thinking about going for the peek towards B platform and gaining information, but instead, down drop they come, and Major's about to be swarmed from 2 different angles.
Yeah, good luck with this one, mate. He's got a Molotov to play with, but how much can he get done? If he cordons off this one angle, if this goes down, he could easily get something achieved, but he's yet to throw the molly. There it is, finally going out. Flash to follow. He needs to hurry up and get that out of his hand because Devil's already around the corner. Oh, he's flashed, but he still lands a shot. That could have been Major's opportunity to stop this play, but LDLC showing a little bit more on Cobblestone so far. 3 rounds looking more than likely with Space Soldiers on the wrong side of the map. 5 alive for 2 rounds in a row, Snods. This is good cash being built up from the French.
It is indeed. It's looking a lot better than it was before, I'll tell you that. 6-3 now. Space Soldiers still have the lead, but then again, LDLC is showing some consistency within these rounds, winning 2 in a row with 5 players surviving, and heading into round number 10 as well. LDLC, sorry, going to have big cash to work with, so this should mean an AWP potentially for Tuanu. But then again, the contact plays of the rifles, the dynamic approach you have of the rifle over an AWP means you can reposition so often. Back to A, to B, to A, able to sell a fake there. Major trying to see if he can stay alone towards the B side, taking the risk at having 3 players of his under his regime sticking towards the A-bomb side. But it was a poor call, you can't be right every single time. And for LDLC, you know, they're showing much better on the teaser than they did yesterday. So it's something we can actually hold on to and think, okay, they can replicate wins in these rounds now. There's some consistency here. Can they keep it forward going into the rest of this matchup, though? That's the real question for me. They're 6-3 down still. Still half the rounds of Space Soldiers, but at least they're showing some contingency.
Yeah. It's just as you say, if it carries on, Devil, love to know what that smoke was. You just threw it on the fly off the top of the stairs.
Speedway.
Ah, okay, I like that. Very far, still allows him to burst on the bomb site. As Antares not going to be ready for this whole thing. They run through the smoke, but Twani's not ready either, facing the wrong way. Turns back for the kill. Xantares with the trade, and still a man advantage, not held for too much longer. There's a player stuck in the chicken coop, and that's Major, as Logan finds a double entry. He runs through the molly. Big shot. Bomb drop. Major looking for another one, and 2 players from LDLC trying to wrap back through Speedway. This boost is going to throw everything out of proportion. But Maniac doesn't check the corner, and Engine comes in through the door. Now it's just 1 man up. Logan looking for the 4K, but Major can't let him get that, sorry. 3 kills of the AWP. 7-3 on the score. Space Soldiers back in control.
Yeah. The flashbang from Speedway from Logan, unfortunately, blooms in front of the statue, unable to blind up Major. Easy last frag found. So 7-3 going forward now to round number 11. 4 round advantage now for Space Soldiers, but off of the back of finding the 2 round victories with 5 players staying alive means they have cash now. Just as if it's a dire situation when they're on UMPs and CZs, and if they lose this one, they're in an eco in the next round. Oh, that's a great start. Poor flashbang coming out, actually not blinding the players on towards platform means LDLC now have a man advantage to work with. Do they rekindle themselves back towards A, expecting an over-rotation or maybe only one player there? And they would be correct, actually. Paz, the AWPer towards the A side, usually so prolific at finding the first frag, leaves just Engine alone entrenched towards middle.
Well, this is a good read, though. This is exactly what LDLC did the other round, but reversed, right? Because we saw them get a pick on B, and then Space Soldiers over-rotated to A, expecting it to be, you know, a fake play on B and natural commitment to A. Now we're seeing LDLC get a pick on B. Space Soldiers going, okay, they will hit B now. Let's keep 3B. LDLC rotate. And so they've essentially mind-gamed themselves. Space Soldiers will bring Paz back in, but they have no information to work with because this is a long take from LDLC. They've not pushed mid just yet. Alex is yet to go through that doorway. So Engine has no info, and Space Soldiers, as a result, this could be a very scary round if they don't hit their shots.
Yeah, right now for me, Engine is so crucial. Once that smoke fades, if he peeks in and towards middle and spots no one, as well as seeing no one towards A long, we might be seeing a more of a rotation towards B. Oh, actually, LDC going back to the first buy round for the A split. 3 towards drop, 2 towards A, and this should be effective, especially now as Paz makes a lot of noise, rotating up towards Connector. And here they come down. Calyx has left him alone.
Oh, CZ out, and he only gets one. That's not enough when you're a man down. Maniac opens up as well on the A bomb site, and that should just be the round. Surely, LDLC 4v2. These executors are looking so much better. This is a different LDLC we're seeing. Consistently actually managing to pick up rounds, and I like the way they've been playing these last few. Again, it's all how long it lasts, and you know the thing is, I think Space Soldiers, you know, go second half 7-8 if that were to happen, right? They'd still be fine. They're sick on T side.
Oh, it's their T side that's so strong, yeah. And as well, coming out for this is Space Soldiers, they can save their weapons. How much money actually have Space Soldiers got here? If we can see that, please, Matt. 1.4k, of course. So, 3,000 Engine can't afford the Kevlar as well, unfortunately. So, Centaurus will have what? 2,700, so won't be able to afford as well. I think there might be an eco coming out from Space Soldiers. You have two weapons you save, but eco into the next one, and then buy up into the round number, oh gosh, 12, 13.
More than likely here, 2 saves will still be important if Centaurus doesn't get peeked. He hears Logan. Oh, the pre-fire's good, but he won't finish the kill. Logan's probably happy with that, though. Was not a fight he was going to win there. So 4 rounds here for the T side. Destined to say the French, although it's a mix of Belgian, French, English, and Swiss, so can't really do that anymore. SMGs in play for Space Soldiers. They go for the early buy, it seems. They don't want to eco for a few more rounds' time. Not the best buy, I've got to admit. No op, no utility. In fact, guns aren't even the best either. But if any team can get it done, it is Space Soldiers. However, maybe they've been underestimating their opponent. LDLC have shown a bit of life in these last few rounds on the T side. If that can continue, Space Soldiers may be a little more safe with these buys.
Maybe indeed. So, Alex boosted up here towards B platform. Obviously, there's no AWP here to go for that peak and try and find that first frag when he's boosted up here on top of this angle. And for LDLC, having such a strong buy as well versus the likes of Space Soldiers. Usually when we're casting LDLC, it's on the flip side. They're the ones going for the audacious force buys when nothing's working for themselves. So it's good to see them on the other side of the coin. Major, close, balcony. The smoke comes out as well towards the cross-up B platform. Boost towards tree potential as well. We could be seeing the double grenade set up, but instead, Major fishing for information, but unfortunately he takes the bait.
Yeah, Alex, great pick there as well. And LDLC, now they're back to what they had in the last 2 rounds. An early pick, a 4-on-5, and them getting the chance to settle however they want to into this round. They wait for Space Soldiers to readjust. It will be a 2-2. I'd like to see some form of aggression. It will be coming out from Paz in middle. That allows for a quick rotate. Centaurus, quick kill, but not the first time he's been caught with a molly. Doesn't matter. Still gets the yank out in time to take the head off Logan. And with a flank coming in through drop-down, Maniac going to be able to get himself 2 kills. This is important now, but it's only on Tuanu. Hits the shot. Will he hit the second? Bomb needs to be picked up. 21 HP left up for Tuanu as Paz rotates in through the door. This could be a well-timed hold from Tuanu. Unless he jumps on this bomb plant, that will be the time for Paz to push.
Close. Tries to go for the wall bang as well. No defuse gun Paz, so Tuanu might actually play time, but considering he's staying onto a statue, looks like he's trying to find this last remaining frag with the AWP. Coming in towards Speedway now, the timing is of the essence.
Oh, Paz, right angle in the drop. Tuanu doesn't know.
Oh, that could be it.
Will give away his position, but Tuanu survives with 6 HP. That's important. He's actually crept out now. Tuanu doesn't really know, but this check should guarantee that he's on the left side of this wall. Yeah, and he knows exactly what's up. Tuanu backs off down to the same position. Decides to go for the long wrap. Paz can't find out exactly where he is. I don't think it's time. He doesn't have a kit in play, so he needs to jump on this bomb now. And yeah, he's realized it. This round's over. Tuanu won it just by time. Paz taking way too long to get back into that site. And LDLC, another round on the board.
Oh, the bomb doesn't even explode, and leaving Twanu alive with the orb, so that will obviously aid them in terms of cash going forward.
Yeah.
So Space Soldiers now finally having to face an eco. Well, yeah, I mean, after the decimating performance, what was it, 16-1, 16-5, whatever it was versus Heroic.
Yeah, 16-1.
I don't think we've even seen them. Yeah, 61, 16-5, I believe, or something like
sorry.
that. Yeah, yeah. We haven't actually seen them really eco once, so for Space Soldiers as well, after showing such strong performance versus Heroic, we thought this was going to be 2-0. Maybe a bit of overconfidence from Space Soldiers, who really knows? It is Cobblestone, their best map potentially.
Yeah.
You could argue Cash or Cobble.
I still,
LDLC like Cash as well, so.
I still want to see their CT side. Their T side, sorry, on Space Soldiers. Like, I will never count this team out. This could be an 8-7 half, and I still think Space Soldiers are going to win the game. It's just they're so good at this T side. And I think LDLC, yes, they're showing good executes on this map, which is nice, but it's just more of a how will they react to Space Soldiers' aggression, their aim, their individual prowess when they switch sides. That's what I'm interested in. So this is all well and good for LDLC, but they've got to show it on 2 halves, not just 1. But I am impressed so far.
Stack coming towards the A site from Space Soldiers. Unfortunately, though, maybe a poor call. LDLC regrouping towards B. Walking out towards platform. Alex in the charge this time with the AK. There you have it. A free B bomb site for LDLC. Should be very clean. Mac 10 as well onto Devil, so he can try and hunt and get some extra cash. Obviously, it doesn't really matter if he survives the Mac 10 or not. Or conversely, if his CT player actually survives the Mac 10, doesn't really make much of a difference. So might as well take that risk and try and buy back the Mac 10 with some frags. Then again, you know, there's only going to be 2 more rounds to be played out here on this map. So how important is the cash for LDLC? You can see they're going to have enough to buy up even if they lose the next one. So their money is in abundance. It's more about Space Soldiers and how much cash they're going to have going forward.
Are you on the same wavelength as me, Snuds? Do you still think this is a Space Soldiers win, even with LDLC looking good?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think their CT side will be stronger than we expect?
You know, I predicted, what, 16-6? Maybe, gosh, maybe... I mean, if Space Soldiers win the T-half pistol, that's 16-9. If LDLC win the second half pistol, a 16-11, I'd say. 16-12.
Okay. Let's see if LDLC can surpass everyone being against them at this point. On such a map that is Cobble, we do have to buy for Space Soldiers. 1 UMP is all that limits them in terms of weaponry, apart from the lack of AWP that Twanu has. But the utility's not too bad. Again, lack of kits. We saw that come back to haunt Paz just a few rounds ago in the 1v1 versus Twanu, but let's hope that Space Soldiers don't suffer the same fate again.
Well, Major playing close towards platform with the UMP. Backed up, of course, by Zentaras on 14 frags already, so the firepower is there for Space Soldiers. Actually, if we could see the scoreboard, please, Matt, just to see who's fragging out right now for LDLC. No one really, so they're on 6 rounds. It really goes to show how much Space Soldiers have to save.
Alex has been getting the first pick consistently, every time.
I think what it shows us is the fact that Space Soldiers have been forced to save because of how good the rotations have been from LDLC. So great play so far. Can they carry it on with the B-plat control as well?
Or not just B-plat, B-long as well. Major's pushed down, but I'm sure that Alex has heard this. Come on. It's a deep smoke. You've got to be aware of at least the possibility, but they're wrapping in through Alex. He checks over the corner, but he doesn't see how close Major is. Coming from the back lines, the bomb as well. There's so much information being grabbed from this. Oh no, there's 3 men here. Oh. The second one is enough, but Devil spots him, so he does get the shot off in time. Could have been 3 kills, but 2 will certainly do its job. Xantara is again caught with a nade in his hand, and Devil's going to run around the corner in time. That's so unlucky, because Xantara has surely caught Devil out of position there if he did throw a nade. Shot from Devil as well onto the site. Alex dead, and somehow LDLC have done this. I have no idea. I have no idea how they do that. But
Major comes behind, sees the bomb drop, finds 2 frags, and still LDLC win that round.
Still they push A. Even
yeah, Zentara's obviously throwing that smoke towards platform, wanted to elude as if he wasn't there. But obviously Devil saw that, won that duel, able to go for the pre-fire around the angle. They got the frag onto Calyx as well, and they must have thought the site was up.
Look at this buy. Last round of the half, so they've got to go for it. But 4 UMPs. An AWP on Major with no armor.
Plat control. It has to be plat control for Major here.
Surely. Plat control for the entirety of the team. Major's actually up on A long for the time being, so they sort of just put the UMPs close up in the smoke. That's where the nades of Logan land. Damage onto Engine. So they try and force his hand. He's going to fall back. He's got no more utility for this apart from flashbangs. That's not enough to delay a push. No smoke, no molly. LDLC just holding control. They do take mid in the meantime, so May just going to hit these footsteps towards A. That may cause a rotation. And yeah, we already see Paz actually shifting his way towards the door, with Calyx leaving the drop down. So already Space Soldier's making a very bold move to move these players off of B. The boost won't work out either, as Devil catches Xantares with that aggression. So that may force LDLC to just try and make a play towards his B side. This kill certainly would. Alex looking for it, and he gets it as well. Engine dead, 2 men up for LDLC.
5 versus 3. Xantares, the aggression towards drop. Engine towards B platform. Doesn't actually merit themselves the first frag, but the orb was swapped back to Tuanu. Alex on 12 HP, so they can actually use Alex now to try and gain information and trade his frag, potentially. But let's see this one unfolds. Flashbangs, smokes being lined up. It's Paz close.
It's got to go absolutely massive here. Crossfire's not going to be great with UMPs from this range for Calyx, so really a lot of pressure on Paz to actually step up. Logan in the open, and Paz won't get a thing done, turns to the wrong angle, but Calyx is the one doing the damage with the long-range UMP. However, damage isn't enough, Snods. He only gets 2. And LDLC, they get 8 on the half. A very, very strong T-side after a great start from Space Soldiers, but the question is, will it continue?
It's very true. I mean, we saw, what, 6-2 advantage there for Space Soldiers. I thought, okay, more of the same here. Space Soldiers rolling over their opposition on cobblestone, and actually LDLC managed to fight back. They got the 1-round win where they went for the B site take, obviously.
Yeah.
They take down Mage, and they take down Xantares and whatnot, and they swarm the site. Alex was so good at dueling Xantares as well. I believe he killed him 3 times, and Xantares killed him once. So,
yeah, just so many
he found him with a
hits.
Molotov in his hand, he found him reloading, he found him when he was underneath the balcony, when he jumped up on top of the top of balcony as well. So many frags there from Alex where he was just out dueling Xantares. Maybe not by aim, but by brain, and obviously able to find the opening pick. You take out the linchpin of the defense from Space Soldiers. If Xantares is dead towards B, there's a real chance of taking that side as your own.
Yeah, for sure. Even with Calyx in play, I mean, that's a deadly duo for a reason. You need both players up. So I'm impressed to see LDLC have a strong T side, but again, we're just going back to the old classic. It's Space Soldiers T Cobble. It's literally exactly where they want to be.
Yeah, I mean, if the pistol goes in favor of Space Soldiers again for a second time, I would see this as a runaway for Space Soldiers, 16-9 potentially.
Yeah.
But I think if LDLC win the second pistol, go 1-for-1 in terms of pistols, there's a real chance here for LDLC to come back into this one and maybe get their first victory here at Pro League and prove us all wrong.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, you know, as much as we've been harping on this team for not
we want them to succeed.
We want them to succeed. We want this roster to do well because, again, you know, it's players that we get on with. It's players that we like here, but they're just not stepping up to the mark until this map, of course. This is a change because, I mean, even in the one map that they did well yesterday, I say well, 11 rounds on overpass.
It was a 12-3
It was a 12-3 half. Yeah, they pulled it
back
a little bit, but it still never felt out of the control of their opposition. That was a go. Thank you for that. I knew, of course. But yeah, Space Soldiers, you know, having a bit of a struggle. But we've seen from today that Space Soldiers, you know, they had such an easy time versus Heroic. This on paper should be an easy matchup. So
it's very true. On paper, it makes a lot more sense that this was a blowout. But actually, it feels like LDLC maybe watching the game earlier that they saw versus Heroic. You know,
yeah.
Obviously, these Vitas are done a week in advance or done prior. So it's not as if they go, oh my god, Space Soldiers are so going to cobble. We're not going to pick that versus them. The map's already picked in advance, which means it's just very strange. So LDLC have played Nuke, Cash, Cobble, Overpass. What's the game? Inferno's next. So we're missing something. That's not right. Wait, they've played a Go? What was it?
Oh no, we've literally got it here. So they played Inferno versus.
Oh, they play it twice then. They play it twice as well. So. Yeah, I mean, 5 maps in 6 officials, and these Vitas are done ahead of time as well, which means LDLC came into this knowing that this was to get experience.
They're just trying every map, surely.
Essentially,
they're going, okay, where are we good? Let's find out. Let's just play everything. So, yeah, I mean, fair enough. New roster, first season in Pro League for Logan, for example. You know, just give it a shot, try it out, work out where your strengths are. That you don't know when you lose your IGL and everything changes. Everything changes. Odds a little bit more swayed now. If I was a betting man, Space Soldiers would be a fine pick with LDLC in the lead here, but definitely not a free win for them. Challenged by this current CT side, and LDLC, if they take this pistol, as you say, Snod, this could be a chance for LDLC to take this big upset win. We've got lots of utility for Space Soldiers. Clearly a set plan outside of B here with all the players. Xantares has already found drop control, so that's a thorn in the side of LDLC. They're going to just fast run up through Plateau. Devil's going to be caught in this corner, so he needs a kill. That's a big kill. Tuanu follows up, but he's pincered by Calyx off the Plateau. Still the CT's in control, though. Alex finds another frag and comes from the back line for one more. If Paz can isolate this kill, maybe Space Soldiers get back into the round, but if not, it's still under the control of LDLC, sorry.
Smoke for Calyx. No Kevlar for him, unfortunately. USP was shot back, I believe, as he's trying to find it on the floor. Treasure hunt. Colder. Warmer. Oh. Nope, still can't find the USP. Obviously, if you have that one-shot headshot weapon, you can go off B platform, try to play contact, get the first frag, get the bomb down, with the smoke as well especially. But instead, on the Glocks, going to take it close range and come towards drop. Oh, they split A.
This could be good. There's a deep A player, that's Maniac, and there's no information, there's no footsteps heard from LDLC because they have such deep B players on Plateau and Chicken Coop. So actually, well, Space Soldiers, well, LDLC know that they've given up this position to Space Soldiers. It's a good opportunity for this T side. They get the bomb down, they get themselves into a good post bomb. Paz doesn't jump off the balcony, so he can catch rotations off of B. Devil's wrapping all the way through T-Spawn, which is a long flank to make, but it means he can push with Maniac.
The smoke from Calyx there, allowing himself to plant for balcony. Now the bomb is planted for Paz, so if this frag goes in favor of Logan, then LDLC are going to win this round. But if actually Paz wins the frag onto Logan, the bomb's planted from towards platform.
Yeah, and he gets a P2K as well to work with the range for that bomb. So this is the kill. This round will be decided whether Paz hits a shot or not. There it is. Now he's got a pistol to work with. They can't jump on the bomb just yet. Paz, second shot connects Devil on the bomb, but there's no way he sticks it with no kit. Faking again. Paz knows it, doesn't need to take the fight, and Devil 4 HP. He's faking just multiple times. There's no way you're going to force Paz to lose this.
God.
He shuts it down with 4 kills. All headshots.
The finesse there as well, the composure, they stay calm, they have the smoke, they calculate the plant for balcony. And in the 1 versus 3, Logan comes in. As we said before, if Logan dies there, the round is as good as done.
Yeah, big mistake made by LDLC to give away all that control to Space Soldiers. Again, I understand you have 3 players up against 2. You want to stack 2 on a bomb site, throw Maniac in middle to try and create a distraction. That's fine. The issue is you have no info, right? So they're literally just playing retake setup without a kit. That is their round. Retake setup with no kit. You know, you can't afford to do that if you're LDLC when you have a man advantage. You should just be, I don't know, you should be at least having info on both bomb sites at the very least.
Well, the tough call is obviously it's so hard to play 1 drop, 1B, 1A in that scenario. You do have to double up somewhere. But obviously, if you double up somewhere, maybe push for information, yes.
Or Maniac sits at the back of the site on A potentially instead of pushing down mid.
I guess for early information though. The issue is if you're Maniac and you die and it's a 2 versus 2, you give up the site. The long rotations, you know, the after plant position for Space Soldier would be perfect. But I see what you mean.
Even 1 player close to drop instead of the 2 deep B players LDLC had would make sense, right? Because then you have the info that Space Soldier go and drop. LDLC didn't know because they didn't hear the sound because they had no one close. This buy though, Snods, analyze this.
From which side?
Space Soldiers.
Well, we know Space Soldiers like to go drop on their anti-ecos. They buy the SMGs so they can have the mobility while falling, while running around the corners, in towards drop, close range. But actually, it feels like Space Soldiers going to be taking a turn in terms of how they want to structure their anti-ecos. This time, going to be leading the charge will be Xantares. The entry frag, of course, from Space Soldiers. Spots at the first player, that is Alex, with the smoke in his hand. And it's good to see as well the smokes to warden off the choke points from Space Soldiers to delay the push coming out. Devil knows how important drop control is for Space Soldiers, so the boost comes out with a great angle as well. And look at the rotations here. Devil has all the info he needs. He knows it's going to be A because Space Soldiers go B, they always go drop when they go on the anti-eco.
It's just the risk, because if Major walks out on B and clears the site now, we may watch Space Soldiers back off. Look at Major's position. He's deep in B, and yeah, there we go. Space Soldiers go, okay, this stack day, let's just, let's throw our smokes and let's just run away, because I don't want to take this fight. And LDLC won't realize that until it's too late. They'll be late into the site, because now they just think that Space Soldiers are pressuring mid. They finally worked it out, but we've already got players pushing up Plateau, so they have the smokes for the door. Major's found himself in a great spot to catch his rotate. Oh, Major! Oh. Slightly scary.
From behind, Xantares will find Alex as well as they meet again from the start of the round. Small world. Small world.
Small map.
Indeed. 9-8 and a small advantage at least for Space Soldiers. Now then, I think that 2 versus 3 antic towards the A side might be enough to send Space Soldiers over the finish line here, I believe. It's going to be the eco coming up from LDLC as well. 10-8. Around as well, these Mac 10s where Space Soldiers are going to farm up so much cash.
Yeah, just nades into B, flashes to blind everyone in the site, but when I say everyone, there's only Logan here. Poor guy. Not much you can do against a Mac 10. I mean, he has a P2K versus a triple SMG rush to B. I would say poor guy is a fair statement.
Yeah, definitely. Now then, ooh, nice shot there from Twani. We'll find one, but nevertheless, bomb down towards the B site will be planted eventually, as it seems like these Mac 10s want to hunt just with some extra time. Actually, they have swapped positions. CTs are in T-spawn.
Ooh, Alex. Let's get an AK to work with at the very least. That should be a save straight away. Unless they're considering to go for this. Are they actually going to go for this? There's only one player on the site. Wait, what? Space Soldiers got too aggressive. They need to come back. They need to pull their players back to the site now. LDLC are about to push back in for the retake. No kit, but if one player jumps straight on the bomb, this could be theirs. Major shuts down the cross. And don't worry, panic over Snods. They've regained composure. But for a second, that little LDLC could have retaken that round.
Oh, he's going to dice the bomb potential with the AK as well.
Nah, he's got it. Yeah, he's fine. That door, he gets past it, he's fine.
So, 10-8, 3 players surviving there for Space Soldiers. They have a Mac-10 and an MP7 as well onto pads, so they can keep these SMGs and go for an A-long contact play, have Major go alone towards B, go for an execution towards the B-bomb site and go for a speedway wrap with his SMGs, or conversely, go down drop, close range with the Mac-10s. Usually we see Zantaras with that AK down drop though, so wherever Zantaras goes usually does lead it, but as I predict, yeah, 4-1 CS coming out here from Space Soldiers. 1 towards B, 4 players going towards this A-bomb site. But Major, it seems like his fake won't be sold as the push comes out towards platform.
Oh, Maniac so aggressive with the CZ, but it doesn't matter because Twanu's the man to find first blood. AK picked up, but Space Soldiers, they're going to be able to hit A pretty quickly here.
Did they double force? How is their money so bad?
Questions I can't answer, but Devil, he's got plenty of answers for this round. Look at that, wallbang almost connects. Zantaras needs to find the next shot, but Logan's on an off angle on the site, so Paz is now all that stands here. Back to Old Faithful, back to the balcony room, needs to check behind. There it is, Twanu's dead. One more on the site who's already low. And a player coming in through the door, it's Maniac. Could have been a kill there for Paz, but LDLC will get the round somehow.
I'm not going crazy as well, it's round number 5 now.
Can we see the scoreboard?
Can we see the scoreboard, please, Matt?
I had to say please. Yeah,
yeah, look. So why on earth did they have 4 CZs? They must have gone for a counter force in the round before.
Yeah, continual forcing, I guess. I don't know. That's I wasn't keeping track of it. I just for some reason
the rounds weren't even close. That's what's crazy.
It slipped over my head because I'm just thinking, okay, this is where you just eco. But because they saved an AK, they decided, oh yeah, let's just put money into this. I don't know why. Yeah,
so
you're right. Yeah, you're right. There were 3 players up for Space Soldiers. There was no reason to fight. It worked. So hey.
Yeah, I mean they would have worked for them 4 or a CZ either way. Great flashbang towards A-long, allowed Devil to find 2 kills with the CZ, so it all paved off well. Smoke from Engine towards Speedway, towards Electric. It's going to be the Speedway wrap coming up from Space Soldiers.
Yeah, Zantaras' first kill, no surprise there, but Logan does molly back in response post-mortem. Twanu with the AWP on the site, and I was about to say he doesn't miss these, but apparently he does once Paz just decapitates him. Devil's found himself a great position on the edge of the smoke, but will they expect it? Flash through and push with it, but it's only 1. And again, with already a man down, they need more than 1 kill. Maniac will find another, but it's just, again, not enough with a trade coming through. Paz is low, so Alex potentially could make this doable if he can find a 1v1. That jump, that gave away his position. Major doesn't realize it. He hasn't heard any of the noise. They have no idea where he's playing. So Alex, he's got the angle to find a 1v1. He knows where Paz is, at least. And with Paz being low, it's only going to require a single bullet just to finish him off. Oh, but that can change because you know Paz is here, so he's going to be pre-aiming the angle. There's a shot to Major. Low HP on Paz. Flash high in the air. Paz peeks is over, and it is. Alex makes it happen. I don't know how LDLC are winning these round Snods, but they're doing it.
Yeah, Alex now has to be the star player from LDLC. You have to build your team around him at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, who else is going to be able to step up to the mark? I mean, Devil's calling. Twanu has his days where he's incredible, but then again, is the consistency there.
Yeah.
Logan's just joined the team. Maniac's a support player. It has to be Alex to be the star player.
That's all that's left. I mean, I would say that, but, you know, as the lurker, it's sometimes hard to, you know, go, oh, yeah, they're the star player. You know?
But then again, on the T side, I felt like he was the entry fragger as well. Have they changed roles now Existence is out? Obviously, before Existence was the entry fragger.
That's a good point. Very possible. Maybe we'll see a bit of a rise, but so far, LDLC, they are continuing to the second half. Something we didn't expect here. 10-10, Space Soldiers on an eco. This is 11 rounds almost guaranteed for the CT side. Starting off well.
Well, let's see then. Maniac here, long-range duel versus the unarmored opponents with these pistols. Actually loses out to his life to the Deagle from Paz. Logan, not many frags so far, not much of an impact, but at least he can find some consolation frags versus the ecos and pad his stats just a little bit.
Oh, Paz hits that shot from long on Logan. I thought it was a player down mid, but no, Calix wasn't able to do it. Paz 4 HP, backs off of middle. They have the bomb, so right now it's just try and sneak into the site, try and maybe bait LDLC into rotating a player to the connector so they're watching their back line. If you take too long to push up here, LDLC are going to be aware that he could flank, but it is coming up through long. Devil's gone to the connector. Twanu's gone towards B, and I'm not sure if I like this call, because now all it's going to take is Paz to hit one dig to Devil, and then he can win the round. But luckily, it's not an issue. Devil wins that. But, you know, in an alternate universe, Paz gets the one dig, Devil dies, and Twanu has to rotate into a site where Paz has time to get into an afterplant. You know, that's a dangerous setup.
Yeah, obviously, no Kevlar, just a deagle, so wasn't really too much success there, but the 3 frags found will definitely deal damage to the money for the LDLC, and you can see it on your screens right now. 2.4k for Devil and Twanu, but apart from that, the money isn't looking too stellar here for the French side, and if they lose this one, it could be the resurgence and the rebirth of Space Soldiers in this matchup. After claiming the pistol and the consolation rounds following that one, these buy rounds have all gone in favor of LDLC.
And the first pick as well. The first time we've seen that boost up on the CT side of LDLC. Twanu finds a kill to Xantares, and that's a big kill already. Best player, arguably, in the server. Actually, is that arguably?
Definitely.
Unarguable in the server, Xantares, although he's got 4 kills. No, because he rejoined the server, so that's why.
He was on 14 kills, 14 rounds in.
Yeah, he's 4 and 5 now, so that's just because he disconnected. We saw a pause a few rounds ago. It's okay. Either way.
Oh, is this an A-long smoke? Is this the smoke that goes at the end of A-long when the team go through mid? Can we follow the smoke? I think it goes all the way towards wood. And it does. So what this means is you can walk up mid.
Ah, okay. Calix finds the entry as well onto mid. Maniac dead. Space Soldier's going to run right up. This player on long is cordoned off. Thank you to that smoke. Logan going to be dropped off the balcony, but he gets blinded and mollied. Can't get a break. Smoke goes out. He actually doesn't take any damage from that molly, but Alex will push in through this long smoke. So now they've got to worry about that position as well. Major in through his own, and he takes one onto Logan. Devil's still above, and knowing that Major's low means this is a good potential for a pick, but the long flank from Alex that they should have expected will be the thing to catch them out. Smoke in the molly. Or molly in the smoke. Major wrapped up. That smoke down is going to surely secure the round here for LDLC. There's only 10 seconds left. Space Soldiers need to get this plant in, but Alex is just sitting, playing with his food. There's another kill. And the round's over. 12 rounds up for LDLC. Where is Space Soldiers at T-side? I haven't seen it. We haven't seen any drop control taken.
Yeah, I know. We've seen their fast speed of execution, but Alex won the 1 versus 2. We've seen their A-long contact plays, but then again, I mean, it feels like they're losing players early. You have strong plat control coming from LDLC. You have the boost as well from Twanu finding the first frag. Space Soldiers, what's the call going to be now? You've shown your incredible execution towards B. Alex won that crazy 1 versus 2, so what do you do now? You tried quarantining off the solo A player towards A long. That was Alex with the smoke. It worked at the start, but because of how much time was given, the smoke's underneath balcony meant that there was so much time given for Alex to come through the smoke, and they will never expect him to be there. So right now for LDLC, everything seems to be working for them. These rounds haven't been so clear-cut where you can pinpoint it to 1 or 2 things. It seems like everything has been working in their favor. This is great to see from LDLC. This is what we want to see. We didn't want to see them starting off 0-6, right?
No, that would have been hard to come back from, especially when they're facing some of the teams that they should quote-unquote be beating, or at least coming close to, right? You know, apart from Astralis, their matches have been AGO and Space Soldiers, the 2 latest additions. Not to take it away from those teams, obviously great teams, but in terms of, you know, skill in comparison to the top teams in the league, like the Fanatics, the Phases.
You name it, yeah.
Yeah. The G2s, this should be where LDLC are winning, and so far they are. Great stuff so far. Alex, there's a nice kill. Lines up 2 more. Won't get the 3rd, but 2 for 1. He's got himself a bargain there. Maniac going to follow up with dropping the bomb, and with Calix last up on long, this should be another 1v1 going his way. It does, even with the dink found by Calix. Now just Paz in middle, but there's enough LDLC players to contain this. So 13-10, only an eco. Now the buy for Space Soldiers. Now probably one of their last opportunities in this game.
Yeah, 10-13. What's the call going to be? We've seen the 4-1 style of CS where Major goes alone towards B. The plat control we've been seeing from LDLC, that counters that. They have all the information at the start of the round. They anticipate the A-long push, but it will be a 4-1 style of CS, but Xantares has been the lone play, which means it might signify some drop taking, which is definitely what we want to be seeing here, Hugo. will throw his grenades towards platform and maybe make his way outside drop.
Ooh. Dangerous flashbang. LDLC didn't push with it, but it could have had a lot of potential. Everyone blinded for Space Soldiers up on long, but they'll live to fight into the day. It's Logan in the drop down. Xantares trying to take control. Logan's definitely scared of that when he tries to get out of there, but Xantares will not let him. Hunted down, running into the back lines. Alex realizes what's going on, but Xantares is still in position. He catches that rotate. 2 kills from the man himself, looking for the third in middle. Maniac, none the wiser. Goodbye. And this is literally what we just needed. Xantares to run into drop and to get 3 kills. That's how Space Soldiers win rounds.
How reliable is that, though? That's the real question here. I mean, we saw it earlier versus Heroic, and it was rather reliable, but obviously coming into this one, players will be dying left, right, and center. Xantares trying to see if he can avoid the saving of Tuanu's AWP and Devil's AK, but unfortunately, Tuanu lives for another day if you are a Space Soldiers fan, which means we'll have the AWP to the next Byron. But then again, you know, consistency from LDLC, so they won, I believe it was 5 rounds in a row on their CT side, which means they will have cash in the bank to work with. We have seen close rounds, though. 1 versus 2 from Alex, for example. 1 versus 1s as well.
Yeah. From
Tuanu and Alex. So the question is, how much cash is there left for LDLC, and how much longer can they bleed for? It's quite dramatic, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
quite dramatic.
Pretty getting dark. I like that, though.
No, it was quite good.
I like the line. Very nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Space Soldiers up to 11. This game is as slow as it is. I'm very surprised. I've, you know, like we said, not seen these fast execution Space Soldiers that we know them for. Obviously, execute-based team heavily, but they still have their quick plays. They still have their spawn plays. LDLC, no cash to fall back on. This is having to be a reset, and if it is a reset, it's their game through and through.
Logan have a slow start to this one as well. 7 frags and 18 deaths, I believe. So it's tough because you have so much to learn in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, already a lot of opportunity or grace period once you join this team. Straight into EPL as their first official matches. Good luck.
Alex, this time AWPing, actually, surprising enough. But Maniac will find the first frag towards mid. A great flashbang as well will work. Tuanu with an AWP in towards window. I mean, we've seen it all.
Magic. LDLC definitely won't turn their nose up at those 2 early kills, so now Space will just have to scramble back into the round. Even a ballsy rotation from the CT side. They move Logan over to A. 3 players here. Very confident that Space Soldiers are going to commit with 0 plat control, 0 drop control, 0 control on the CT side. But hell, it will work out. Another frag for Alex. Will they expect Maniac in this position? The answer, a big no. He strikes 1, almost the second, but damage enough to make Engine weak, and Logan will tap to his head. LDLC find the reset. And on 14 rounds to get reset, if you're Space Soldiers, you're forcing and you're not happy.
Not happy indeed. Force buy coming up for Space Soldiers. It could be the last buy they have. The LDC get match point here. Going into potential final round as well, Hugo. I mean, the buy from Space Soldiers, if they lose this one's going to be so weak. CZs, UMPs. Let's see, might be the last time we see Space Soldiers with AKs. How are they going to use them? Smoke comes out towards Speedway. Of course, it's going to be this execution. A Speedway wrap. Is it going to be enough, though?
Xantares as well coming in through the drop. Name a more iconic duo as Paz running down the Speedways. Has not found anything yet, but there's the first blood from at least the T side. However, it's responded by 2 CT kills. Xantares, 2 bullets left. He needs them. He finds it, but it's not enough because he's going to get traded as Maniac runs in like a maniac. And 2 kills from the man himself. 7 HP left up, but 15 rounds for LDLC. It's a numbers game. And the dice have been rolled.
Oh, speaking of numbers, $2,000 across the board now for Space Soldiers, as their round loss bonus was only 1,900. CZs, not even a UMP. Well, Paz can maybe buy a UMP, but just going to go for the utility and Deagle instead. 5 sets of Kevlar, 5 sets of upgraded pistols as well, with 4 CZs and 1 Deagle. Space Soldiers expecting a great start and a great debut into Pro League, and they did versus Heroic. It was incredible, but LDLC seems like they've tried Cash, they've tried Nuke, they've tried Overpass. Maybe Cbble is their map.
Yeah, and even though Space Soldiers, you know, haven't necessarily shown what we're expecting to see on this T side and what we know they can do, LDLC have impressed me. Their T side themselves was very strong. They had like good picks, they had great rotations after getting those picks. They, you know, every time we saw Alex get a pick on Plateau B, they would never commit.
Wall of smokes now coming out from Space Soldiers. This usually means they can isolate the 2 players in towards the site. Let's see if Tuanu and Devil, if they are quarantined off towards B, can they hold it together as a 2 versus 5?
Zantaro's in the drop, but Logan hears the noise, going to be ready for this push. And here come the boys. Space Soldiers charging to the site. It's Devil, only man playing close, but he's got a lot of angles to deal with and no head to do it. Engine's already found that first shot off, and Tuanu, he sits in the back of Coop, somehow still alive and kicking towards his site. Zantaro's with the CZ, comes in with one. Tuanu overrun by Calix, and now 2 CTs left up, but they're on the flank. It's Alex, 2 frags, and the third one in the drop, in the chicken coop as well. It's Calix left standing, but not for long. Alex saves the day for LDLC, and he will pick up the victory. 16 rounds. What an upset.
Yeah, I mean, for Space Soldiers to lose on Cobblestone as well, online, one of the best, probably the second best map if you factor in Cash as well. Obviously, every team so far banning out Cash versus Space Soldiers. You wouldn't even, you know, bat an eyelid against that. It's such a strong map for them, especially online as well, when you factor in the heightened aim. And for Zantaro's as well, if you thought drop was hard to hold, I mean, imagine holding the A side versus Zantaro's peeking you from A main and peeking you from boost and whatnot. It is terrifying. So, great play from LDLC. They've tried so many maps so far, and congratulations. Seems like finally, Cobblestone seems to be your map. And Alex, 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2, top frag in, basically trying to do everything. All ping as well, you name it, Swiss Army knife of LDLC.
And looking very good. I mean, the real Swiss is Maniac, but everyone looking good on this team so far. Logan having his struggles, but the fact that he can, you know, go and get less than 10 kills in that map and they still win in a pretty, I wouldn't say convincing, but it wasn't a scary game. It was 16-11, you know. They took that with confidence. So LDLC, very, very good good map there. Bit of a miss spray from Major, but he recovers. And moving forward now to Inferno, I'd love to hear your thoughts, Nuts. Do you think this is going to be LDLC 2-0ing the series, or does the Space Soldiers come back with a vengeance?
I haven't seen Space Soldiers on Inferno in a while, so I haven't really got the best, you know, margin of example to compare. But after seeing the Inferno play yesterday from LDC versus Astralis, obviously Astralis, tier 1 team, not really the team they're going to be comparing with Space Soldiers, so maybe there's more room for 5 rounds in LDC. I definitely think there is, but their T sides yesterday on Inferno were so lackluster, you know, uncertain. You could see it was quite indecisive as well. They go back and forth. The time on the clock kept going out as well, if you remember. And yeah, hopefully with the extra day, you know, they know the map's coming into this today as well. They can practice Cobble, they can practice Inferno, and think, okay, we need to do X, Y, Z. We need an apps burst, we need an A take, we need a B execution, and hopefully they've had the evening to go back, rekindle their thoughts, and, you know, bring a better fight today versus Space Soldiers on that map.
Well, they have on the first. Let's see if they have on the second. Inferno coming up next after this break.
Is brought to you in part by Intel, Bedway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Incendiary out.